Within every creation that an artist produces, there's a story. Moments and memories implemented in the expressions of the art, adding to its value and its significance. This is some of my story.
I think I met BdowN. We were like 13 years old. I consider him one of my best friends. I was around when he first started learning about it. You know, another close friend of ours, Bill, kind of was the root of him learning, or at least for the most part, showed him the way.
I've told you this a bunch of times, but yeah, for posterity's sake, what it was you had aptitude.
I was always pretty impressed how fast he caught on, and man, it's really went from apples to apple trees now.
And aptitude is something that kids these age don't have on anything, man. They're not trying to do nothing for themselves.
When he's first starting out, I remember just, you know, little simple color stuff and more quantity.
You wanted to learn, you came in, you had questions, showed up every day after school, were there for hours watching me blow glass.
I mean, it's always been a quality piece. However, now he's pretty extraordinary at it.
Smoking is one hell of a thing, and smoking in different ways, that helps it way more. And his way, his style of like making this shit is pretty exclusive.
To bring your confidence. See, the view is about confidence. It's about confidence. We gotta work together, you know, to make the dream work.
People that I was trying to help out at the time, trying to teach, showed no aptitude.
I'm saying, like, you know, when you build stuff, hands-on kind of stuff, this is the stuff I always did the best at, hands-on type stuff. This one dude always had about 10 million different type of hustles though. I give him that.
They showed no interest, and it was like a job or some kind of chore for them to have to come and watch and listen and pay attention just to learn. But no, you weren't like that.
And when I first started putting in a CD deck, Pops was the first one to show me how to put in a CD deck with a little black electrical tape, pull it out the mook, get the little harness kit. Yeah, he was the first one to show me that.
Like I said, I've known him for a long time, you know, and through the whole era of him making glass pieces.
Just wanted to learn, and then of course you got the news of having your first son.
It's father time, not daddy time. Father time, not daddy time. Father time, not daddy time.
And as soon as that happened, I said that we're going to take you on full time, as long as you stayed in school. Of course, I don't know how long that lasted, but
Remember them days, skipping class to get high, hell yeah.
Lowercase B Productions.
To get high, yeah. Gotta get high. My eyes real low. Gotta smoke some more. Smoke on endo, ayy. Not that outdoor, ayy.
Now that's exclusive, bro. Try this shit at home, please.
Smoked up on my weed. Well, I gotta re-up. Smoked up on my weed. I gotta re-up. Smoked up on my weed. I gotta re-up.
Where's all the roaches? Break those down. There ought to be enough with smoked amounts. Maybe a pound, at least an ounce is handles and biz. Make that call, get some more, let's grab it all. Get that door, that was quick, that was fast. Was it indeed, but that's in the past. Hoarding buds, don't wanna run out, gotta be prepared. That could be get dropped, been more of a prepper than less of a stepper. When re-upping, gotta be gripping that pepper. This ain't the last, evidently not the first. Part of the cast, no need to rehearse. It's an everyday bang, and smoke to the rain, and a lot of re-ups when you gotta maintain.
Being from Toledo, Ohio, they used to call it the Glass City because it was full of glass blowers. And I discovered that BdowN, he was a glass blower himself, but he made tobacco pipes and weed pipes, all kinds of shapes, all kinds of designs. It was really amazing. Wish I had pictures of some of those.
But I really didn't know that was father time though. So I'm so fucked up though, right? Now I'm kind of nervous now though, but get the camera off me. Hey, put the camera on.
Come on, man. Don't film me, motherfucker. What the fuck?
Hey,
Hey, hold on. What did you want to hear though?
Instaplat love.
Who?
Love. Instaplat.
Who the f is that?
You. Seriously, D. Come on.
Hey, who is Instaplat?
Instaplat, no leprechaun, but I hit the jackpot.
I don't know, some fool from Chicago or whatever.
Hoes at my crib, tooting lines off the laptop.
Fuck Instaplat. Fuck you. Fuck everything else. Put on Instaplat love.
Chris knocks on Bill's door, right? I just met the brother and everything, but he had answered. He said, "What the f you want to do? I'm sleeping."
Just the sound of it, though.
Like, look to your, I thought they were outside. To your left, there's a door. The dogs are back there locked up.
Bye.
He seemed like a guy that was quiet. Only spoke when he had something to say. As I got to know him, I realized that he was probably wise beyond his years.
God, when I first met BdowN, I think we were all in the Uptown shop, and my first impression was I was just like, wow, because how he struck me as definitely someone North Minneapolis that wasn't a stranger to the struggle for other words or street life.
Do you know that we got straps in this motherfucker and I don't know you and you got a camera in my face?
Man,
and
it's Northside. I know where I'm at, man. I'm BdowN, nigga. And I make them pieces that this right here, I make these custom for niggas like you.
I need a custom.
Ain't no problem with y'all, man.
I need
It's
a
all
custom
love.
man. Shit. Well, how much you charge?
Huh?
How much you charge?
I'll tell you what.
Like, I would have never guessed a person, and that's, judging the book by its cover, but, I knew he knew his way around the block, but I was like, what the hell? Like, dude made all this, like, it's a genius, like, and it's something that I really know nothing about. I was familiar with the process of music and videography and things like that, other art forms, but this, I was just like, this dude, he's got a special mind for sure.
There's a few things you should know, like planting seeds and watch them grow. You don't always need no soil. You can get it down with some drug. Find the options within choices. Where there's a will, then there's a way. Find the reason within voices. Can't do what you say.
He would just be the guy that would just be like just going away on the machine back there, just working. And we would all be conversating or possibly goofing off, like me and Salmon or whoever, KOB and people who are down there. And he would just step away and be like, what about if we do this? Or, guys, I don't want to offend anyone, but this is where we should be thinking about uplifting, or this is the message that we should be putting in the music, or things like that. I always appreciated that, that he was just that voice of reason in the room.
Watch your back, watch your front, watch your sack, watch your blunt. Don't mistake courage for stupidity. Think of pulling off a stunt. Obtain knowledge, protect your rod. Seek wisdom and fear of God. Stand upright, don't bend over. Keep that shit. You don't need to rover. Live within your means. Stay focused on your dreams. When you find yourself in darkness, just use your high beams. If you think you're lost and find your way. If you think you're close and stack your pay. If you think you can and you can do it, stick to the plan and make it do it.
He's not. He's not the guy that really talks a lot. He's a doer. And if he doesn't know how, he's just gonna figure it out.
I just thought that you should know. I just thought that you should know. I just thought that you should know.
B-Man going crazy.
I don't think that you should grow. I just thought that you should know. I just thought that you should know. I just thought that you should know.
Lowercase B production.
I don't think that you should grow.
You come into the smoke shop upstairs, and then you pass like the register and go downstairs, and then it seems like a dungeon.
It was the basement of a smoke shop, and my man's had a workshop down there.
The man had a shop in the basement, and on top of the shop was a smoke shop, man.
But then you open this other door and it's like a full workshop. And it looks like Iron Man's being constructed down there. Like it looks like some 2030 technology business is happening on a scientific level. And
man, I know he was selling glass pieces to the owner of the smoke shop upstairs, man. Like, and that's how he works.
There's these cases and stuff that you would find in a science lab, like beakers and like a few different stations where there's torches and huge ventilation. And I'm like, I mean, the first time I came down there, I was like, this is somebody you don't want to cross, because I don't know what he's got going on down here. I had no idea.
So I recognized that as well. It was like, wow, okay. So not only do not only was he monetizing his energy and skill, but the man knew how to do business too.
And that was my first time really seeing how the glass blowing works. I had never seen no factory or no workshop or nothing. And bro had all of his materials there, and I seen fam put one together. I think I might have got some video footage for him or something, but I seen how bro put them things together, like all sizes, all types of sizes. And I was like, man, just from not even seeing nobody ever do it before, but seeing how he did it, I was like, damn, that's how it's done, huh? You know what I mean? And it was so effortless, it was flawless. Like, you could tell he was a pro.
That was dope. That part of it was dope, because I'm pretty sure I walked through the smoke shop and went behind the back of the counters and went through the back door and then went through this back area and then went downstairs past these crazy ass pit bulls. And his shop was in the basement of the smoke shop, where his stuff was in the glass being sold upstairs. That was luxurious.
He's even veered off into other things like necklaces and plant feeders and
like he can make whatever. I saw this one conch shell one. It's like a clam shell or some stuff like that. I don't know. Can I swear? If you a kid, get the fuck off the channel.
Go ahead, bro.
I can swear. Okay, yeah, some shit like that. Excuse my language.
It's like, what are you doing? And he had torches going and fans blowing out the window in his mom's basement.
We did what we did, and we are where we are now, and you've been doing it for almost, 16 years now?
Making pipes. It's like, really? He's like, yep, that's what I'm doing.
He's gotten a lot colder as time goes on, for sure. He's real talented.
Yep. Pretty awesome. Pretty awesome altogether. I'm super proud.
Bill gave me opportunity. Bill taught me the value of giving opportunity to others. As time went on, I was able to provide him with opportunity. I saw it come back full circle. I'm gonna take this opportunity, let y'all know that without Bill giving me the opportunity to pick up this craft, this story wouldn't be told.
When they were, when we were at Taylor Sound, she was more like his assistant. Matter of fact, they rarely did anything without each other. He and his wife, they're my favorite couple. They're like the model. They're like the model couple. It's all about you, baby. I'm gonna give you It's very rare rare that you meet two people that seem like hand in glove to each other as these two people.
We have came so far, but there's further to go. Let's go.
Bought some candles from him and his wife. You know, got that clean cotton, that coconut lime verbena.
Let's go, let's make it happen. 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 Let's go, let's make things happen.
Dope stuff.
You can do it if you try. Never give up on your dreams. Don't let them thoughts get to you. No. I don't know what to say. Work smarter, not harder.
Let's go. We have came so far, but there's further to go.
Stop singing on my song.
He invited me up. I was taking the load up there, so I stopped at his shop. And I was impressed. I had never met anybody. I don't know anybody that blows glass.
I was inspired by the entrepreneurial aspect of it. Like, this guy has his own business, and it's unique to anyone that I grew up around.
And it was the first time I got a chance to see how it was done and what kind of equipment it takes to do it.
You know, North Minneapolis, I haven't seen anyone do that type of thing.
When I seen the glass, I was like, this shit raw as hell. Cause I ain't never seen no glass being like blown in front of me in real life, you know?
People are finding their way through sports or finding their way through music or college, but never have I ever seen someone from North Minneapolis or the hood blowing glass and making beautiful art and pieces.
And I mean, you know, when I see it done, it's like, wow, you know, it's amazing how you can manipulate glass like that, you know, with your breath, you know, the breath of life. Hey, all praise and glory to the Most High.
His workshop also has like a station for recording or a station for painting, or, you know, it looks like he's doing botany down there. He has a rack of plants, you know, like this guy is just into so many different things, and it's all like, you know, higher knowledge or elevated ways of thinking about art or science and things like that.
Always trying to improve, always trying to make quality pieces that you're gonna enjoy, and troubleshooting, you know, making sure that a pipe operates.
It really hit though, ain't gonna lie.
I've known BdowN for must be about 10 years now. I met him through a friend. He seemed really mellow, down to earth. Walking into the studio, it was a total vibe. The building was an old, what felt like an old school building, and you go in, there was some real 70s vibes to it, and then you get into his studio and there was a little photo booth set up, and then a little storefront with all these nice glass pieces.
Piece of merch, yeah, he got his own merch.
And that was all his pieces, so that was his display, his storefront.
Right now, the website is officially being developed. By who? KLB.
That's right.
Made it happen for B.
Alright, no, but I like it. You know what I mean? Like the vibe. I found it.
Yeah. So how can they get a hold of you if they want to rent out your spaces?
BdowNsGlassArt.com. There's contact information all over there, and that's how you get a hold of me. Okay. You know, I'm trying to get traffic to the website.
And I remember when he first got that spot, it was very bare in there. Was there even ceilings? I know this stuff was roughed out, right? But it was really bare in there. I mean, he put walls and rooms and doors and different windows and he even had a front area with display cases. It was like a store area. So it was actually 3 spots. It was, he had a shop, a studio, and his workshop where he created the pieces in the same spot. And that's how much area, how much space, I had to be like 1,200 or so, 1,500 or so square feet. And yeah, it was all open and he sectioned it off. And then I think his wife, when she started her business, she had a display area in there too. And then his son was doing, because then he kept it in the family too, which I respected. But yeah, that space was it was really dope. It was dope. The location was
I was hanging out at the shop one day, and his creative space was cool. You know what I mean? It was, you know, he had the music studio in the back in that one room. You know, it's glass blowing in that bigger room, and then, you know, just that common area, right? So yeah, I was like, hey man, you got a bathroom? He was like, oh yeah, it's upstairs. Oh, okay. I was like, yeah, just go up there. So, you know, you leave out this space. And I said, oh, all right, so up there? I was just like, you know, he was like, yeah, go up there. So, all right. So yeah, I went up there, walked in there, what the fuck is this? It looked like a fucking scene out of a murder, a horror movie. Yeah, that bathroom, yeah, it was tripped out, man. It was fucking horrible, man. Horrible. But yeah, that's the only thing I didn't like about going over there, man. The fucking bathroom. Looked like some evil shit was going down up in there, man.
My hips, kneecaps, feet, and whole legs get sore from putting in work non-stop, cause I'm trying to get more. My shoulders, elbows, wrists, and fingers be aching. I ain't got time for friends, so it's money I'm making.
The second shop was just as awesome. There was just more space. It felt more like a warehouse. And once again, when I stepped in, it was just like, you built it all again. Like, it was like another, and this isn't a small station, it's like a huge station of, with ovens and gas tanks and, you know, beakers and all these glass pieces and materials to create and blow glass.
I mean, I'm getting drunk all night, turn up, trying to save my life. Switch lanes, but I don't turn right. Go left, I'ma lose my sight. Roll up and we gon' get high. Roll up and we gon' get high.
The glass blowing studio was raw. It was some shit I ain't never seen before. You know, they showed me all the heat and shit and all that shit. I don't even know what it's called, but yeah, that shit was raw.
I think anytime you step into a space and you expect one thing and you're surprised by what's there, it's always a memorable kind of core memory. And so, you know, I remember walking in and seeing torches flaming out and just like this guy standing there with this cold, like cool, calm, almost glass-like, ironically, glass-like character.
It's like he's looking into your eye to know who you are. That's how it feels.
Very private guy, because I came, I think, up to the studio, and I walked all the way back into his workshop, and they gave me that look like you came too far. So I didn't want to see nothing I wasn't supposed to see.
I'm not gonna lie. Like, to tell if you telling the truth about certain things, and it's like he reading you. That's how I feel. That was my first impression. Like I was being read, you feel me? Without even allowing it, type of thing, you know? Like just your first couple of words, you're gonna determine who you is to him.
Standing there blowing glass, just like you can tell he spent years refining his craft. He's a craftsman, and you don't find people in a multidisciplinary sense that have this skill set. I've never seen anybody. I don't think I ever met anybody since who has a certain set of skills.
I ain't gonna lie, the glass blowing, that should be heavy, bro. I be fucking with the designs he be making. The fact that I would do is the first person that I ever seen you could put some damn glowing into some glass. You can make some glass glow. Like what the fuck? I ain't never seen no pieces like this. Like I seen pieces. Some, don't get me wrong, some of his pieces like his basic ones are basic. They supposed to be that way. Even the basic one, I'm gonna be real. Even the basic ones, them is like pieces you don't really, like he got some higher quality pieces, like I'm not gonna lie. This is one of them. Nigga, compared to this one, got this shit from what is it? A smoke shop. This one is made by BdowN. This one is made by the smoke shop. Both are wonderful hitters at some point. This one, cracking. This one, spitting back. Bodine. Now it still hits. Little. I've never seen a bowl this little in my life. I don't know why I purchased it. This bowl, perfect size. Little, still fits bigger blunts, all type of shit. It can fit a bigger, you feel me? All of that. Bigger nug, bigger blunt, bigger roach, bigger anything. This, spitting back at you. I still ain't cleaned this because it's like, it ain't no point. I'm not hitting that. This, I could smooth, hit this at any time. And it, you feel me? It feels nice. It's a good feeling to it too. You can tell it's the right, you feel me? The glass and everything. I don't know if there's definitely a difference in glass too, because I ain't gonna lie.
I remember he made me custom pieces with my stage name in the piece, man. And I think at that point is when I really knew how good he was and how much he had mastered that craft, whether in parallel or alongside or prior to him, you know, working on the music.
Have you ever owned a BdowN glass piece?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I probably have 10 to 15 pieces of his art.
I own 2 pieces right now.
Yes, I do. I actually do.
Dozens.
I got like 3-4 pieces now.
I call it an old man pipe. You know, one of them pipes, them long pipes.
On this one piece, it's like a little one where basically it's like, you know, put a little bit of weed in there and that's it.
Yeah, I've owned a couple.
I actually own several.
Oh yeah, I done got plenty pieces from BdowN.
Then I got an actual little, like, compact little bowl I could just put in my pocket, you know. It's kind of easy to carry around with me.
I'm planning to get one. Me and him, we've been talking about like a piece with the Cleveland Brown.
It's a clear little bowl that's like, you know, very small, compact, but yeah, it's like when you hit it, it's like, it hits smoothly but harsh too at the same time.
I own probably 3 spoons, 10 or 11 pinchies.
I got a bong, I got a little oney.
Regular one hitter. I ain't with all that bong shit. I don't fuck with that, but yeah, one hitter.
I done got plenty of pieces from BdowN. One in particular, I remember, I think bro blessed me with one for my birthday one year.
A conch shell, a couple of his artistic pieces.
I got I don't know what the other one's called, like just a regular little pipe.
Man, I used to just, there'd be days when I go over to his house 2-3 times a day.
Piece is yours. Oh man, see, I love my people, man.
Conch shell. I really was drawn to the piece because it can disguise. It doesn't always look like a pipe.
Made it in my favorite colors. I still got it at the crib too. Anytime, you know, somebody bless me with something, especially for a birthday, bro, I gotta keep it. But that was one of them ones. You know, made it my favorite colors, black and blue, and some other like galactical colors sprinkled in there, you know what I mean? It had like that real astrological feel to it.
The type of pieces vary from, you know, one hitters to big steamrollers. I mean, all over the board. If he's made a piece, I probably bought it.
But yeah, ever since then, I mean, I you know, I would go to BdowN and get hella custom pieces, you know what I mean? We you know, I turned a lot of people on to his pieces just from having them, and you know what I'm saying, getting them off and then going back to BdowN and getting more pieces. So yeah, he definitely do his thing.
And I remember saying, all we need to do is get this to Wiz Khalifa or get one of these to Snoop, and all he's got to say is, yeah, that's my homie BdowN, or something. Now Later Gator, something, anything. And then the next thing you know, because his work it's good.
All work, no play, rain, sun, nice day. All work, no play, rain, sun, nice day. All work, no play, rain, sun, nice day. We live our lives this way. Ain't no half stepping, knowledge is a weapon. Baby with the gang, credit's what I'm repping. Gotta hold it down with the best of my ability. If it's getting tired, I'ma pray for more agility. Energy, strength, stamina, protection. Down the road when there's a turn, some direction. Cut to the chase, get to the matter. This is not a race when we're all on a ladder. Climb to the top, maybe then I'll take a break. We don't wanna stop, make no mistake. It's crunch time in overdrive. Only hit the line to feel alive. Ain't no time for play. Put in work for pay today. Take that pay and put it away for the inevitable rainy day.
Can you do it?
Yes, right now.
Okay, so I'm gonna let you know that I have other people that want harness in their pocket. So I'm gonna give you 11 minutes to duplicate it. And so you can start. You better get to work.
All work, no play, rain, sun, nice day. All work, no play, rain, sun, nice day. All work, no play, rain, sun, nice day. We live our lives this way. All work, no play, rain, sun, nice day. All work, no play, rain, sun, nice day. All work, no play, rain, sun, nice day. We live our lives this way.
End of the day, that shit still, it was like busting type of work. Like motherfuckers was having fun working at the same time, you feel me?
I was up at the shop enough to see a lot of glass being blown. Whether it's B going in there and blowing glass or Big B going in there and blowing glass, they're there from, like, let's say I come in there in the morning and come back there at night, they're still blowing glass.
It's rare where you see someone who can do two things and be good at them simultaneously. So, you know, I do recall that, which was, you know, a measure of his, you know, his industry.
It's not easy either, cause that shit, trust me, that shit's not easy. The way it looked easy, but I know it's not easy.
So many people that were, you know, local in the scene, and this is before people started going regional, before people started going national or international or anything like that. So many people didn't have a backup plan or a passion outside of music or anything feasible that they could monetize, you know, a skill or good or service where I found it was impressive that he did.
You know, helping me out, BdowN behind the camera, you know what I'm saying? Tone Miami, you know what I'm saying? J Hard, we got, you know, Q Serious in the back, Scott on the camera, you know, he doing this thing.
He helped a lot on the music side and just the business side of everything and the music side of everything. Just help structure shit more. Can I cuss?
If you a kid, get the fuck off the channel.
Yeah, he just helped structure shit more type shit.
I mean, he's smart, and he was never, and that's another thing about him, generous. Like, he would never want to withhold information. If he knew something about art or a way to do something with art, he would totally like offer up that knowledge to you.
And he's helped me with worldview and understanding the way other people operate.
There was plenty of times where, because he would have a lot of books down there, where I would borrow books that you wouldn't find anyone else's bookcase. Be like, BdowN, where'd you get this? And he'd be like, oh, you know, Chev, I go deep. And then he'd just walk off with like a cookie or something.
Like every time we get like to conversations and shit, he talks like some real deep shit.
To know BdowN is to know a man of many talents and much wisdom. And so you see him blowing glass, and then you see him have his kids blowing glass. And that is, that's another level of genius right there, because that's indigenous hand-me-down practices. That's cultural craft that's moving in that kind of way. To have that skill set in a world where you don't see a lot of that, I think you should pay attention, and I think you should learn from individuals like that who possess these unique and rare talents.
Being able to kind of get information and knowledge and wisdom out of him that way was helpful for me very early in my artistic journey, as he was one of the first people to one of the first artists actually to really encourage me to pursue my career as a wood artist. Honestly, without his kind words in the beginning, there's a good chance I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing right now.
He's the type of man to tell you, like, no, don't say you want to do this, act on it.
He's very inspiring because as I got to know him, the more and more I got to know him, you know, he is the poster child for, and I mean this with all due respect, you know, when dudes be saying, oh, I can't do it, or you can't do that, it can't be done, that's bullshit, because he's doing it.
If you say you want to do this, take some steps to it, you feel me? Because the fact that it's like, what's the point of you saying something, saying that you want to do something in life, and then you don't even like do nothing about it? So he's the type of person to tell you, like, you know, don't just sit there and just say it, do it. Because once you, like, you know, once you take steps to that, once you take steps to your goal, it's like, you know, that's like better than just sitting down and just like saying, oh yeah, I want to do this and just not even do nothing about it. Taking that step towards your goal is like progress. It's progress.
I honestly take this one as a lesson. Lots of lessons actually that I've learned from Brian. I remember one day I went over and he had an easement cut out, or an egress window. And he said, I was like, what did you do? I just rented a saw and cut the hole in the wall, and we did it. Back then, you know, I never would have even considered trying something. I didn't consider that I would be able to do something like that. And every time I think of something new that I might not want to try doing, I always think back to that day that he cut a big ass hole on the side of his house in the bricks. It was like, just dive in.
Yeah, he's the type of man you can really talk to about like a lot of things. He's a motivational person too. He's a motivational speaker.
You know, that's one of the things I admire about him. And as I got to know him, he's grown, especially in law information.
BdowN definitely always on some he was always on some next level, like making it, you know, a reality. The things that we would think we can only dream of, or that was so out of touch or out of reach, he would prove that it's like, look, I can do this, so y'all can do it too. And he still continues to do that to this day. Like, bro is just breaking barriers, and it's crazy, you know what I mean? It's constant inspiration, and it's cool just to even know somebody, be able to say, I know somebody personally that has this and that, and has done this and that, you know, so much that bro has done. So most definitely, like, bro inspired me a lot of ways.
So when cats sit up here and say, man, man, they can't do that, I can't do it, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. That's bullshit because he's doing it. You know what I mean? So that's one of the things I like about him. You know, family oriented, down to earth, humble cat. You know what I mean?
He the type of person, he'll motivate you to do things that you want to do. Like say if you want to become like an artist or something like that. He'll talk to you and like motivate you and give you a tips on how to be an artist and like basically say like, you know, if that's really your passion, just move forward to it. Like, you know, a lot of people just say they want to do something in life but don't really make like take the steps to do the things they want to do in life.
Just even the times where I'm talking to him, you feel me? Like the conversation I had with him at the studio, you feel me? It's like he's speaking motivation type of thing, trying to, you feel me? Trying to get people to get up and do things instead of sitting down. You know, you could do more with your life than just sit down and do nothing. You got a talent, use it. No cap.
But yeah, I always say, you know, when dudes say, man, I can't, you bullshit, because I know somebody who's doing it, you know.
And not only did he do it himself, he also offered those services, teaching his art to other people. So sometimes there would be students down there, and I'm like, this guy's got students, it's a college now.
I've always seen proteges and mentors around BdowN. I think he's a person who's very intentional, even with all of his crafts, to draw from different wisdom.
What Northside represent? Lifestyles of the broken, starving, put your money where your heart is.
I like to think of our tribe as a group of curators. We curate these eclectic people, collective skills, you know, unique skills, certain attitudes and values. And you only get that from building that kind of set of relationships with people who can really teach you a lot of things, right? And so I've seen proteges in there blowing glass, his kids and people who are not his kids. And I've seen and met people who have mentored him and him have a lot of respect for those relationships and people having a lot of respect for him. And so there's a tradition to that.
That's everybody at Berkeley. This whole environment looks like Berkeley kind of. All right.
Daddy.
Oh my God. You said that's how they talk?
Yeah, no, they're like brother and sister, man. They just play like that.
That's how they play it? Mm-hmm. See? Man, I know a bunch of bitches just like that.
You know, that makes for an honorable person. Like people seek your guidance and your wisdom, and people want to give you wisdom, right? That speaks to both confidence and humility, which I think is a very important set of leadership characteristics, right? I had the confidence to know I got the skills, but I got the humility to know I got a lot to learn. And the more I learn, the less I know.
I don't know, still was busting, bro. I always felt like I was just like, I don't know, like when I was at school, but like I could go there and be doing something, like learning how to do something, you feel me? That I already had interest in, but I was, you feel me? I ain't have the tools or the means to do it.
I think it's really important to see people create space for others, right? Like there's a gift that certain people have for creating space, creating energy, and creating an air of appreciation, you know, of the people in the space and of the intentions, and like a kind of a call to action that happens when you step into a space that somebody curates with you in mind, right? And so I've always felt at home from day one in a BdowN studio.
Be real, it's just the vibe at the studio. It's like it was like being. It was like being, you know, you had them times where you go to your cousin crib and y'all kicking it, and then it's that time where y'all finna leave and you the only family finna leave. You know, your little cousins and them, they still there staying and kicking it and all of that other. Yeah, bro, that's how I felt. Every time I knew I had to go back to the crib, it was getting to that time, you feel me? So it's like, eventually I'd be sitting there kicking it until it hit 1 o'clock. We'd be trying to make music, make beats, make something.
You know, I've spent a lot of time in those spaces, and they're some of my favorite creative experiences. And I think, you know, the role that BdowN plays in that is coming in, not being like, never wants to be the center of attention. Is always coming in like the set manager on a Broadway play, right? He like throw some smoke into the air or change the lighting or come through and like use this plugin, bow, 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 and just walk away and just dip off, or like hand you something. And you're like, what do I do with this? And you're like, enhance the mood, enhance the outcome, right?
He kind of put incentives towards do with what you can do, you feel me? Because if you got a talent, why not use that? So it's like every time I went down there, I try to at least put, you feel me, put something on some paper, you feel me, or write something down, get on a song with, you feel me, whoever was in there in the studio. It's like, end of the day, try to work towards something. That's what the studio gave. It gave that impression, like once you walk in there, it's time to work, you feel me?
And so, you know, when we had the shop in Uptown, Crunch Time, that was the first era of studio space. And I think that just had a natural draw to it when he was there. There was a gravity in that space. And so it kept me just coming back. And then the people who circulated through the space, there's nothing more motivating, I think, to the creative than to be around other creatives that they admire and who respect them. And, you know, you can collaborate and you can challenge each other. But it's all love from the very top. Then the second studio, when he came back to the north side, you know, that was a very interesting space. And I think it had a lot of energies around it. I say that. Very powerful forces. Just down by the river, you on indigenous land, you also in space for us by us, but there's also history in the space. And you walk in and you feel all kinds of energies pumping, right? And so creatively, you have to work with that. You have to work with emotions, I think, that emerge in spaces, right? When you're trying to be creative, when you're channeling creativity, there's a lot of, and you're an antenna, right? And so I've made some straight heat in that studio. Like some of my favorite joints, the workflow has been crazy. You know, the people who come through, always crazy. You never know what you're gonna get. You might get an OGE in there, you know, and he's coming in there and he got the hand mic.
Let's do it, B. I like how you got the microphone here, boss. Because in the studio, you always have to have that in-hand microphone.
And he's lined in.
Just when you thought we couldn't have any more music. Yeah, we got more music, man. We got a vault up in this motherfucker, man. That's so full. If they even really knew about the vault, right now, we would get raided right now. Motherfuckers would be outside, nigga, plotting on us right now. It'd be 10 niggas with ski masks. If they knew what we had up in this vault, man. See, and that's the thing about it, man. But nobody knows about it, man, because we always kept it like that.
You gonna let that man talk. You just gonna let him do what he's doing.
You know what I mean? Because it's only trouble when somebody finds out about where you got your stash spot, man. Don't tell nobody, man. It's that simple. Now we over here north side, hood niggas, man, in the middle of the hood with millions of dollars worth of music up in here, man. I'm talking about so much money. It's like Fort Knox of music up in here, man. Everywhere you look, man, it's another gold track, another gold bar. I mean, we got all type of jewels up in here, man. You know what I mean? We'll fuck around, open a file, and it'll be just nothing but rubies come out, man. Like a treasure chest, nigga. You know what I mean? Just full of nothing but trophy-sized jewels. I mean, one diamond alone is worth 1 billion. And we just sit there, you know, to us it's nothing, you know, because to us, you know, it's all about pride, man. It never was about the dollar sign, man.
You know, yeah, it's incredible spaces to be in. Or you meet like a Rise John.
Studio voices calling from behind the walls of Babylon. So I like King Rastian come straight out of the window.
Comes in and you make a whole reggae bounce, and you don't even make reggae joints. It's first and only joint you made that's like this. And it's
Yeah, Rastafari. Then I come chant your music. Say, hey, hey. This one called Mr. World Union. Yeah. Dreamers see them say liar between the black and white. Them a down liar, but them a down liar. It's everywhere that you go in this world of today. It's everywhere that you go in this world of today. A flea might see them say lies between the black and white. But them a down liar, them a down liar, them a down liar. It's everywhere that you go in this world of today. It's everywhere that you go in this world of today.
It's kind of stellar, and again, BdowN's like the conductor, low key. Like he's like the background conductor. He's playing the wall, but he's in the middle of it all too at the same time.
I don't know what I'm doing. I just know what it needs to be doing. I feel it. And I just bring them together.
It's good. You enjoy it, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you enjoy it.
He just kind of floats through the room, you know, and then he lays his piece, and then he's back doing what he's doing, blowing some pieces. Got a bunch of joints in the oven, you know. He got his entire TV collection of YouTube shows going on, and he's listening to things, and he's hyper focused, and he's in his craft. And if you have a craft and it's like a singular thing that you know how to do, you can be 10 hours in it, 12 hours in it, and barely come up for air, right? And so, last thing I'll say on this is, I think that B is a motivator, right? Like he's always gonna champion the people he champions. Like he's in your corner, and you know that when you're dealing with him. And so, you know, he's a giver. Like he doesn't expect anything in return, maybe except for like some character traits. But I think people like that make everybody around them better. And so, you're lucky to have givers in your life, because a lot of people are takers, or a lot of people just give what they get and they just try to reciprocate, but it ain't the same thing.
And I'm like, yo, this guy's like, you know, he's kind of like a hood sensei, you know, because on the beautiful thing about BdowN is, and what I love about some people is that if you've been through one side of things, like the struggle, and you've managed to learn from those situations and stuff, you have a wealth of information when you come into the other side of things, where now you know how to apply yourself and conduct yourself. And a lot of people who, you know, you're just like, oh, that person's so great and so good, and it's like, well, yeah, they haven't been through anything.
They don't know all the things that we've been through. They don't know. They don't know. They don't know all the things that we've been through. They don't know.
You know, it's really nice to be that way when you haven't been through much. But when you know someone has been through things, and then they're this beautiful person, you can appreciate it even more.
They don't know all the things that we've been through. And they probably never will. And they probably never will. They don't know all the things that we've been through. Take what y'all been through and times it all by 2. You only are half our age. You only read half the page. You only feel half the rage. You only see half the stage. You haven't seen much yet. You haven't felt such sweat. The blood, the tears, the pain. No gain. Maintain the rain. Complain. The bruise, the stain. Can't get it out, it's there. This isn't just about gray hair. Aged like anything good. Wine, wood. You wouldn't understand this though. Went over your head, you're from. They don't know all the things that we've been through. They don't know all the things that we've been through. They don't know. They don't know. They don't know all the things that we've been through. And they probably never will. And they probably never will. They don't know all the things that we've been through. Take what y'all been through and times it all by two. The long days, the long nights, the wrong ways, the wrong fights, the secrets, the lies, just keep it, despise, the drama, the shock, lose mama, the rock.
And when your mom gone, that's the best friend you ever had. Your mom loves you unconditionally. It doesn't matter what you do or what you say. Your mom loves you.
Bounce back, hold on, stay on track, be strong, get along and get along. You can't trust them, get them gone, move on, keep it going, set some goals and make a plan. Boy, you've been through hell and back, that's what made you a man. They don't know all the things that we've been through. They don't know, they don't know, they don't know all the things that we've been through. They don't know, they don't know, they don't know all the things that we've been through. And they probably never will, and they probably never will. They don't know all the things that we've been through. Take what y'all been through and times it all by two. Times it all by two.
It's coming from Dan to my son, my oldest son, which I love dearly, and my favorite daughter-in-law. He has suffered the loss of his mother. I suffered the loss of my mom too. This is a hard bridge to cross, and no one will never know till you cross that bridge.
I remember when Grandma used to say, you go in your big city, I eat it 24/7. Don't you remember? You're just a old country boy living in a big city, living in a big city.
You know, showing me the setup and everything. And man, I was really impressed, man. This dude knows his thing. You know, as far as blowing glass, that is. You know what I mean? He got that. That's his thing.
You want to do something in life, but it's like you don't know where to start. I feel like he's the top person you could talk to.
Elevate, don't procrastinate. Let them hate, they're gonna be lasting late. Mind stink, don't lose focus, don't tolerate no hocus pocus. Achieve the goal, stick to the plan. Believe control is not in a man or a woman or an item. Hard to describe, give it a title. Just know there's things that you don't know that he won't show unless you grow taller, so you can reach power. The truth to teach the next generation, that's what matters. No hesitation, climbing ladders, stepping up, moving along, repping it up in every song.
Get higher and higher and higher, yeah. Stack this money up, we can't get enough. Smoke this doty up, we get higher.
It's like he's trying to build an empire is what it seems like, bro.
I believe him and his son built the studio, and it was like a full-on booth, everything you needed you could record an album down there.
You're on the right track, B. I'm proud of you, champ. You know what I'm saying? Still waiting on that intro, though.
Yeah, I got you.
Okay. And that was supposed to be part for the intro?
You got part of it, and I'm gonna build it up, though. I'm gonna put more into it. You know, some of you talking, I got the beat gonna come into.
You got the whole shit here, too. You like Jeremy's intro? You like Jeremy's intro?
I seen it, yeah, that's tight.
Yeah, she like Jeremy's intro. Yeah. It's hard, though, champ.
And his son, just as talented as him, you know, with melodies, split-second melodies.
It's all about peace and how I'm gonna find it. I'ma get rich, it's all about timing. Sharpen my skills, you know I ain't lying. Invest in myself, you know I stay grinding. Run up a check, turn it to diamonds. All about peace, but we can get violent. Give me some silence.
It was just an amazing space to be a part of and to know about, because that was the other thing. These places are like, it's like you got to be a part of the Super Friends, because it's like this is Batman's lair, and you're not going to know where it's at, when it's happening, or what's going on.
I met BdowN through his son, Brian, doing like a studio session and shit, you know, vibing and shit, you know, little brotherhood shit we got going on.
I'm trying to get y'all moving. Y'all have everything you need. Everything you need. You already got it.
He a good role model. For sure, he a good role model. You know, he ain't gonna lead nobody, you know, the wrong way. And he another like listening ear.
When you get to the studio, or you got to the studio or the shop, or even, nigga, either one, because it was both. It was like, to me, it was two different environments. It was the studio, and then it was the shop. The shop was the area where you're like, okay, you can't be out here expecting to do no hooligan shit, you feel me? At the end of the day, but you still one of them like cool work environment type of thing. The studio was you could kick it, lay back, and you feel me, write some lyrics down and get your mind right, and get in the, you feel me, get in the booth and spit some shit.
If you came there, you might not even have been an artist or a glass blower, but by the end of it, you know something about blowing glass. You might leave with a book, you might record a song, or have freestyled with some people who have albums out.
Wait. Bro, that nigga hard. Why you didn't do that on the mic though, bro? I don't know. Yo, freestyling is just me.
Or mixtapes out in Minneapolis who actually have a pretty decent name for themselves.
The little shit, like when we was making a song and your dad, he had just come in the studio. Let me put that shit on. Let me hear what that shit's talking about.
I ain't gonna lie, that was the best part about OG folks, because he used to come in there, we had woods, fat ass woods. He'd come in there with a paper, a real doink of a paper, bro.
Like, I'm talking about that be the one thing clapping the most out of the whole session. Like, how this man come in with one thwanky paper, boy, and we all in this bitch coughing, damn near from the hurl.
And then he'll add like a little sample from something. He had us put like a little sample of something in there, and that shit was raw. Just little shit like that.
I'm up in the window, my vision is too clear. Sometimes I can't sleep cause I be having these nightmares. Wake me up from my dreams, I hope that I see you right there. See, lost to his battle, we know that life doesn't fight. Hustle harder, getting stronger. I'm a black sheep, nigga, I'm a soldier. Take a sip of these lyrics, see all the feelings I pull. Got a lot in this pen, I'm really trying to let go. This shorty said she down, she gon' ride with me. I gotta watch the way that the world is getting heavy. If I ever disappear, promise you won't forget me. That's why I need somebody who gon' ride with me. Ride, just ride with me. Ride with me. Ride.
BdowN is a team player. So, I mean, in some cases to a fault. Whereas I was less of a team player, he was more. And yeah, he was always community driven. He was always community resource driven. He was always looking to network, not only for himself, but with other people that he knew together. You know, even if he derived no benefit from it. And I just feel like he just stayed attempting to bring people together. There's actually a lot of people that I met through BdowN. Some people that I ended up working with professionally. Just because, you know, I was at BdowN spot and these guys came through, or this guy came through, or these other people came through, or this group came through. People unrelated to music were coming through who had different insights or knowledge or something. Like, it wasn't just restricted to music. He had a real broad community sense perspective. And to me, it showed just by the people that, you know, would gravitate to him.
Thank y'all, we appreciate it. Once again, I got my little brother BdowN coming for y'all. I'm happy to introduce him to the Dinky Towner.
The name of the track we did was called Out of Breath. It was one of them joints where as soon as I stepped in the lab and BdowN played the beat for me, I was able to just go straight in, you know what I mean? The concept was we out of breath because we, you know what I'm saying, we either on a getaway chase or, you know, just out of breath running from something.
No proof of insurance, it's a scaling contraband. And they didn't pull me over, and it's not to slap my hand. Take a glance at the rearview mirror and put the pedal to the floor. A nigga smashed up before they made it to my door. I'm gone, and I got plans and let them bring me back. I'm jumping out the way with my contraband sack. But first I'ma shake them cause I need a head stop. We see them boys and ain't that smart.
We ain't gonna hurt nobody too much, I guess. That's the way I see it.
I'm swerving through the blocks right left, right. They still on my ass, will they catch me? They just might, but I'm like, fuck that. They're gonna have to take me on my feet. I goes right to whip and take it to the street, hit the ground, and now I'm heading up the alley, running like one of them niggas see on TV from Cali. I done found a place to hide, not too far from my stash. I lost my mama for my ride, all of them mixed up all the nerves.
So they couldn't find nothing on him except he smoked some weed.
You know, I wrote a verse about, you know, trying to get away from the police, being in the police chase real quick, and it just flowed, you know what I mean?
Smashing, dashing on the highway 94 eastbound. Popo run up on my trail, exit 35, and I'm on the creek now. Retreat now to the alley, riding dirty. 2 weeks in the trunk when I bun on my seat, cause the niggas be plotting to serve me.
Yeah, that song still bang to this day. I still bang that.
Got a fat zipper that drove in the glove compartment with the windows tinted. I can see them boys still on my trail when they hit that corner. So I bent it, opened my door and left the car running. Still got 100 miles to go, and I hate to leave that ounce of draw, but I chopped it up a while ago. I'm tripping my niggas to see if they in the vicinity. I'm trying to get back to the north side.
system for terroristic threats on Georgia Bush. So meet me on Chicago when Franklin, here they come, blowing kush.
Yep. We did. Yeah, so we did that. We did that song at the Taylor Sound Building. Now the Taylor Sound Building was known for having a lot of studio spaces and rehearsal spaces for musicians and bands and all of that. So a lot of connects was made at that building right there on the north side, right there off of Washington Avenue, 29th, I believe. And yeah, so many connects was made over there. And that was where we was able to knock out that song. BdowN had a space in there. I remember I had a space in there at some point when I was with Lifestyle Records. And but a lot of people, a lot of Minneapolis cats had some spaces in there. So it's real iconic for people coming together and collabing on that. But yeah, BdowN was holding it down in there.
Live and learn.
Live and learn. Wisdom earned.
Wisdom earned. Yeah. That song. So, okay, when I want to talk about BdowN and music, I would say just listen to Live and Learn. And that's the whole essence of BdowN.
So here's to avoiding confusion, aware that the negative thoughts create illusion. Positive thoughts become actions in motion, conquering complete control of the emotion. A voice on each shoulder on my back, a border, but my baby's oblivious. She just want me to hold her.
I mean, this guy is all about, he's all about like choosing wisdom over foolishness. Like if I could roll BdowN into like a saying, it would be something like that. Like, you know, there's a lot of times because I can be really goofy and
it's looking like shit.
We're here with the most wildest.
Niggas finna drown. This no is art.
Yeah. It's Chevy Boy, the car hunter, and we're here with the most wildest snapping turtle.
Mr. Crocodile Hunter.
As you can see.
there's a lot of times BdowN will be like, Chev, I get that you're having fun, but
as you can see, he's too slow.
You got to think about what you're projecting to other people, and just in this low ass tone that makes you want to check yourself.
Put your turn signal on to the left, or really break a right, smash, get out of sight. They gon' hit a couple corners trying to find you again, but hopefully by then you'll be gone in the wind. Remember, let them know which next move is. Gotta kick and guess like taking a quiz. Get out of dodge, handle your biz. In the end, to find out what a relief it is. Not to have a monkey on your back trying to infiltrate. Everybody knows that the head is gon' hit. Being humble is a must, but not to trust. They gon' tell you it's love, but really it's lust. Leave half of what you hear, ready to third what you see. I'm just speaking from experience, you can take it from BdowN. You'll see.
He different for sure. Like, when I say different, he like he know how to rap, but his wordplay and how he raps it, like, you know, his own style type shit.
Gotta watch your back, watch your front, watch your sack, watch your blunt. Everybody ain't like it with a fat sack of funk, fat knot in your pocket with the bangs in the trunk. Gotta watch your back, watch your front, watch your sack, watch your blunt. Pay attention. They ain't like you. Gotta watch your back, watch your front, watch your sack, watch your blunt. Everybody ain't like it with a fat sack of funk, fat knot in your pocket with the bangs in the trunk. Gotta watch your back, watch your front, watch your sack, watch your blunt.
Different.
Turn it up on them, shake, rattle, and roll. With my pedal to the floor, nigga, pass me the drone skull. You can't see me, but I can see you. And I'm tinted on my nigga with my eyes on the rear view. Watching my back, and I'm watching my front. And at the same time, my nigga am hitting this blunt. Can't trust nobody, let alone the streets. And I wish you could say everything was just sweet, but it ain't. And it probably never will be. Visions in my head and how these niggas try to kill me. Leave it alone, cause I'm on the right track. Ain't no time for no drama, let alone to get back. I gotta get this money, nigga, stack my bread. Keep my shoulders connected to my head. Gotta be looking up, focused on something in order to rise. With my eyes on the prize.
Yeah, so BdowN definitely is in a lane of his own. The way I would describe his music and his voice is really, you know, being that, you know, I mixed and mastered some of his music, a lot of his music. One thing that was always unique was his tone. You know, the tone that he uses is like almost the same as his talking voice, which is kind of rare for rappers. You know what I mean? Like he never really got too hype on the track. He was just him.
Very vibey music, I would say. And creative, and then his lyrics, I mean, most of the time, from most of the stuff that I've heard, it's always had a message or something positive interlaced in there.
Gotta get my money, I gotta get my bread. I'll never forget what my mama done said. You got to make it like sleep in your own bed. Closed mouths don't get fed. Boy, use your head.
Learning how to tweak his voice to make him sound as natural as possible. You know what I mean? Because that was his whole thing. He didn't want to be nobody other than himself.
So with these words of wisdom, I'm on my mission. Me and my blood, ready to put it in submission. Having niggas wishing that they didn't test me. I'm stepping in, it be that nigga be down.
And I mean, the music was just real vibe music, real dark type of music, stuff you could just ride to, smoke to.
Inhale the smoke, turn up the bangs that kill, made me choke. Now I'm swerving in both lanes. Police at the light, we smash right past, and ain't no catching us. Why? Because we're hauling ass.
Classic smoke music for sure. So yeah, BdowN, he got a crazy catalog, beats and songs. Like, bro put in a lot of work.
That was the other thing. Like, well, if we take a break from him glass blowing and we're just, you know, communicating, chilling, couple artists down there, and we go in the studio and he's like, what do you think about this, Chef? What do you think about this, Chef? And every time he says, what do you think about this? It's the same tone, but all the beats are different. Like, that's just BdowN. He's like, he's never dishonest, and he doesn't really try to dress things up for other people to feel comfortable. He's just who he is. So he'll just, Chef, what do you think about this? What do you think about this? And he just files and files and files of beats.
We'll fuck around, open a file, and it'll be just nothing but rubies will come out, man.
And you would never know.
Don't tell nobody, man.
And I appreciate that as a music maker, because I know when someone has archives like that, like, you really make music. That's 3 a.m., 4 a.m. stuff. Like, you're up. Like, you don't get that many files with saying, at 12 o'clock I'm making music today and at 2 o'clock I'm done. Like, this is just, that happens from all day recording or producing beats.
Let's load this beat called Sucker MCs and see what this shit's about.
Yeah, because we got something for you sucker ass MCs.
Check the mic out, see where we're at. Are we peaking?
The mic sounds nice.
Wow, the wax hits nice.
The mic sounds nice.
The wax hits nice.
And it's like, dude, it's like BdowN would just walk into a situation and then just totally like remap it for people.
What we're doing is about the creation of everything. See? So, listen up. It's all about life and everything that you need to do right in your life.
Trying to get it together, baby. We're gonna get together, just go to school and do the right thing.
Yes. It's all about and what, who you grow. So basically, just reap what you sow. If you ain't right, dog, pay what you owe. Compare your life to what's been done and not what's been told. Not what's been told.
My advice, I guess, would be to just kind of keep doing what you're doing and don't let anybody or anything hold you down.
The nonsense must stop, quick, fast, but slow. The local 279 must impose. So fly clothes, charms, and Timberland boots. It's like Kel said, dog, stick to your roots. Look at all these seeds that just want to be planted instead of catching disease and sagging the pants, kid. I'm not the ordinarily daily house plant. If I was, I'd be a Mexican and not a Mexican. So basically, ain't no catching no cramp. 364 more days and 06 is a chant. You're jogging, pant for pant. Advice, listen, okay, plan for grants. Life is more than misses and grandparents or being pregnant. Believe imperfect, your mind will listen, dog, it's in effect. Only thing to do is accept.
Shit, keep building. Keep doing whatever you doing, you know?
Just know your art, know its value.
Keep working.
As an artist, you always have to be open to feedback, and you always have to be willing to hear what your customer or your potential customer has to say about your art.
I feel like you know, you can walk in a regular tobacco shop and you see some regular like plain shit, like you can tell he actually take his time with it, you know, and try to perfect his crafts.
Try to work with
like galleries, people that are more specific art, make yourself do an art project, and a solo art project, not a pipe, an art project at least once a month. Like this.
And he not only does, you know, pieces for cannabis or marijuana. I mean, he can really make anything. Like, he's got so much experience with it.
I don't tend to want to give advice to somebody who I maybe rather seek advice from in some ways, right? And what I mean to say is, of course, you reciprocate advice, but I feel like I've learned more from B than I taught him. You know, my advice would be keep doing the things that future-proof your life in the ways that you do. Whether that's how you plant seeds today, so that 20, 30 years from now, you're gonna have the shade covering you. You know, I heard that there's a person who wrote a book. She's a nurse who worked with people who are on their deathbed. And she asked people interview questions as they were dying. And she asked them, you know, what's your biggest regret in life? And they said that their biggest regret was not living a life that was true to them, but, you know, living your life for others. And I feel like you've already carved the path for yourself, B, that is taking you on your own journey and it's future-proofing in a lot of ways. And so I would just say stay the course and keep approaching life with that same level of questions. You know, one thing I've learned, and B is a great example of this, is that life is less about the answers that you have, but more about the quality of the questions that you ask. Like, how do you interrogate your own life, you know, your choices, and, you know, the things that you do? And so my advice would be to keep moving with intention and keep asking great questions, because it's taking you down really interesting paths.
So anyways, I was impressed by his, you know, how he got everything set up. You know, he actually, you know, blew a couple of pieces while I was standing there. So yeah, you know, he's a good dude, man. Real good dude. Got his shit in order. I'm sorry, can I curse?
If you a kid, get the fuck off the channel.
I didn't know, you know, okay, all right. But yeah, he got his shit in order, bro.
This guy has excellent people skills and excellent organizational skills. And obviously, he's a great manager with money. I mean, he would make a great manager of some sort for somebody's business, or, you know, any artist. He'd make a great artist manager.
He do give you opportunities too, like, and that's why I'm mad about myself, because I didn't take that opportunity at the time where he would feel me. He was trying to pay me to learn how to blow glass. I really respect, I don't know why I didn't take that opportunity, but I really respect the fact that he'll actually try to put some energy into somebody else and get them to do something better, you know? I didn't get to get too much into the glass blowing, but that's one thing I did, you feel me, regret a lot, is that I didn't take that opportunity to get into that glass blowing, and you feel me?
It was an incident that happened with the studio and shit and all of that.
Yeah, man, when I heard you know, BdowN's shop burned down, you know, I was really, you know, I said some prayers for bro. You know, I wish I could have, you know, reached out and helped him out, you know, during that time and stuff like that.
Hurt my soul back then when that shit had burnt down, and ain't gonna cap.
Oh my God.
Oh.
Yeah. There's a door you're up on. No, we were right here.
So they were behind us. We were gone. Really? And I couldn't. There must be something on the backside of this. Tried really hard to get in there. I don't know. I just want to know what we're running into. So the trusses up here are all alligator.
Due to them goofies in the basement. We ain't gonna call them what we supposed to really call them, but we gonna call them goofies in the basement.
As we talk about B losing that studio, I think for me, there was a tiny death, I think, that I experienced too, and I know he was greatly impacted by it too. But he's a stoic individual, and so, you're never really gonna see him sweat. And as much as I can appreciate that about him, I think you gotta check on your strong friends, because they just make it look easier. That doesn't mean it is.
If that had never happened, we would probably have some rich people walking up out of there by now. It was a setback though.
But I think that was a big loss for him.
It was a setback for Blood and OG. That's how I feel.
And I know what it means to have a space, but I don't know what it means to lose a space in that kind of way.
Just a setback though. It ain't no ending at the end of the day. Because whether it come up off the glass, whether it come up off the music, whether it come up off the pictures, whether it come up off editing, whether it come off anything, bro. I know they got the means to come up and be one of the most successful in the hood, no cap. That's how I feel personally.
Whatever it is that happens to us, it's like, say you got a blessing coming. You might have a real big blessing coming, but in order to deserve that blessing, you might have to take an L.
You gotta ask yourself, why does something like a fire in another person's studio that ends up destroying all your stuff, things that you can't even, you can't buy everything. Some stuff just has a sacredness to it or symbolic value that you can't replace. It's like when the tornadoes came through the north side and knocked out all the trees. It's like you can rebuild homes, but you can't put back 100-year-old oak trees. You know what I mean? So there was this significance to that loss too.
In order, for that blessing to really even be deserved or whatever the case. So, I've had to take that type of mentality with a lot of my own L's that I took. It's like, damn, why am I taking this L? I don't feel like I deserve it, but it's most likely it's because there's something coming that's great that, you have to take an L in order for that karma to even out for you.
He, at the time when it happened, I got, he wasn't happy about it, but, fortunately, I say fortunately, and I know he realizes that now, that, the Most High will close one door, open up another one for you.
And so I wonder, I heard this story years ago, and I heard it at a time where I really needed to hear it. I thought it was a perfect analogy. It's like the universe just knew what to provide. But it was like, this idea of, is it good, is it bad? I don't know. And so, I'll tell the story really quick. There's a farmer who has land and a son, and he has a neighbor. And so one day, this farmer has a horse, and the horse gets away out of the yard. And his neighbor comes over and says, "Oh man, it's so bad that you lost your horse. I'm sorry." And the farmer said, "Is it good? Is it bad? I don't know." So the next day, the horse comes back with 11 other horses. And, that's a huge windfall for the farmer. The neighbor comes back over and says, "Congratulations, look at all these horses. That's incredible." The farmer said, "I don't know, is that good? Is it bad?" So the next day, the farmer sends his son out to start training up the horses. And he rides one of the horses, and the horse kicks him off, and he falls, hits the ground, and breaks his leg. Neighbor comes over like, "Oh, that's so terrible. I'm so sorry for you." The farmer says, "I don't know. Is it good or is it bad?" And so the next day, the army is coming through the villages, and they're looking for folks to draft into the war. And they get to the farm, and they see his son, but his son is sitting there in a cast with a broken leg. And so they leave his son behind and they keep moving. And the whole analogy is that in the moment, you never really know what's good or what's bad. You have to deal with your reaction to the event, right? What matters is your reaction to the event, what you take from that moment. And so I don't know if that fire was symbolic purging that he needed to let go, that place needed to go in his life so that he could create a new life in a new space, which is what he's doing now. Maybe that was preordained.
You know, so I think, you know, with everything that BdowN is doing now, you know, I'm pretty sure that it was a setback, but I know bro is where he needs to be at right now and making the moves that he's supposed to be making right now. So, you know, whatever it did, whatever it put in motion, you know, it was meant to happen. It was unfortunate for sure, but you know, we got to deal with them setbacks. And bro always been he's always been able to bounce back and deal with stuff like grown man style, man. I gotta respect bro for that, real talk.
And I think at that time, especially now looking back, as his friend, that's what he needed. He needed that. He needed that thing for it to go up in flames.
In this particular case, that's what happened. You know, unfortunately, if I remember correctly, a transient or somebody set a fire where his studio in that building, and you know, it was unfortunately it affected his space.
And maybe I shouldn't say this, but you know, sometimes as humans we're creatures of habit. But that bro, when my man puts roots in, he puts roots in, and you know, he's one of the most, when he wants to be, he's one of the most immovable people I've ever met. But with principle, you know, not off ignorance or ego, with principle, practicality, and logic. He's one of the most immovable people I've met.
So, but like I said, the Most High closed one door and opened up another one for you, and the Most High closed that door, that chapter, and I know he ended up obtaining some property a little bit north of where he was, and now he has a shop up there.
So, especially with what happened, you know, there was riots and just, you know, stuff. It was really bad, and you know, he was able to capitalize on this opportunity. I think where he's at is way better, way more healthy for him, and good. I think that fire was good. I think, you know, he came out on top, and I know he's stressed, and it was hard, and you know, he had to figure it out, but I mean, he always does. I never seen him not figure some shit out. So, yeah.
You know, or maybe it was just a freak accident and random things happen, and that's just how life works. In any event, it doesn't matter what happens, it matters how the person responds to it. And I think big events like that, when you get big responses like what B has done, he's gotten his own plot of land now, and he's cultivating you know, food and life and space for his family. Again, convening space, but then also running his glass shop from a new location and just starting from a different vantage point. I think that's only going to make him stronger. And you could say he's being forged in the fire, which is ironic for a glass blower. You know, I think there's a bigger metaphor inside of that.
If they could meet, bet that have something different to say. If they could meet, bet that have something different to say. If they could meet,
understand why I do what I do. I'm just keeping it moving, ain't no eyes in you. I'm on a mission trying to get
closer to my dream.